I'm too numb to care, and this world is just too much for me to bear. I couldn't believe that tweet that Roseanne posted. And what's even sicker is she's non-apologetic. I'm trying to blame it on a sleeping medication. I love how the makers of Ambien are like, well, there are definitely, we admit, there are a lot of side effects to sleep medications, but racism isn't one of those side effects. Sarcasm intended. The part of the makers of Ambien. Ridiculous. I don't care. I don't care. If you don't have that in you, alright? I wouldn't make a tweet like that or say something like that even if I was shit-faced out of my mind, okay? If you don't have it in you, you're not going to write something like that or be thinking something like that. Even if you're exhausted, even if you're on a sleep whatever. My mom's upset that Roseanne was canceled. I liked the show, apparently it's going to be canceled probably in syndication too. My mom's going to be even more upset. Even celebrities have to learn there are consequences to actions. Even mega celebrities like Roseanne are not immune to those consequences. Or should I say, are not always immune. So we all know that a lot of times they are, the elite on this planet are somewhat, at least somewhat immune to certain consequences. The lesser ones would suffer in this existence. Lesser ones of non-celebrity status. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. And now she's mad at her co-stars for not defending her. There's something wrong there. She's mad at her co-stars for not coming to her defense and writing that her tweet was reprehensible or abhorrent. It was. And what was the point to it anyway? A lot of times, the celebrities are going to be held to higher standards. A lot of times people do get away with saying a lot of bad shit online, and like I said in my other video, come on, you dumbass light. Like I said in my other video that you have not yet seen because I need to watch it. And by the way, the white is a piece of my pad. I had my period. Can't deal with that tough shit. What's a little bit of piece of pad between friends? I'm not throwing away the whole video because of that. unintentional. In case you're wondering, that's what it is. It's always something unexpected. One time I created a video and I had to delete the whole thing. I don't remember how long the video was. My freaking credit card was sitting there. It was a video I created where I was sitting by my computer. My credit card was sitting there. I had to delete the video. Or do a video within a video where I have the sound, but, you know, so it's always something. I tried to do something a little bit different in this video, the end of it. The beginning I was talking about the Roseanne thing I just found out about. Because I was just astounded. Astounded that she would do something like that. And even more astounded that she not thinking and thinks there's not going to be any repercussions. Like no one's going to, you know, it's like, I don't know what to say. I did tell you in the other video, though, that I don't feel bad for her. You can feel bad for her fellow, you know, co-stars or whatever, but... And I still want to watch the old Roseannes. Because my mom and I watched the friggin' marathon this past weekend, and I got to see these things out of order, and you don't find out what happens because you missed it didn't go in order and it skipped over, and I want to, you know, I want to get them from the library. They might cancel them all in syndication, but they're not going to destroy all the DVDs, and you know what I mean? They're not going to do that. And that was the old Roseanne, and that was not the Roseanne who ever renewed 20-some-odd years later was going to be posting such racist shit online, you know? Most of us would never watch anything if we based what we watched on on who these actors really are, you know? I'm sure there are shows that I've liked in my life and that I would absolutely not be, wouldn't be able to stand the actors in the shows, you know. The actors portraying the characters that I like doesn't mean the actors are in movies or anything, I can guarantee you. So. If Roseanne's trying to blame it on anything and everything for making out that's a joke, or that she was overtired on Ambien and etc., and then getting mad at her co-stars for not coming to her defense. She makes it worse, like someone was saying. I forget who it was, the producer of the show, whatever, saying she's making it worse instead of just apologizing. She's just casting blame anywhere and everywhere instead of just apologizing for it. I don't know. I already told you she was the one who ripped Stormy Daniels apart and saying, and I said, you know, whatever career Stormy Daniels chose or whatever, it doesn't, just because she was a porn star, doesn't automatically mean she's not telling the truth regarding this whole thing. It's Trump and the hush money, cool, and then, you know, but I didn't think it was right what Roseanne had. So, no. I'm assuming Roseanne and others are writing such horrible things about that woman, and being derogatory towards her or whatnot, because they hate her or there's some reason or whatever, but anyway, my video that you're not seeing yet, because I have to watch it, I tried an experiment. Didn't go exactly how I wanted it to, because it still showed more of my body than I wanted it to. But I tried an experiment where I dance without you seeing my body, or that's how it was supposed to be, where you would just see the bottoms of my legs, but it didn't turn out. I guess even with the camera on that chair, it still wasn't low enough. But it was an interesting concept. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to, but it was still an interesting, something that I'd never done before. Starting to get the ball rolling on fixing the place up. Paid the lawn guy $100 to get rid of all the junk in the back. You know, the broken deck umbrella. I told you, lasted all these years and threw out all these blizzards and storms and everything else, but it's just a coincidence that when Auntie's son and his friend take it all apart and then put it back together, the very next storm we had, it fell down and just completely could have crashed into the front windows in the back, you know, back of the dining room, which luckily it went the other direction, as you know, some of you, the whole glass table shattered, and that was just a coincidence, right? It couldn't possibly be that they you know, did a lousy quick job of putting the thing back together, and right? Oh, just a coincidence, right? Anyway, the guy paid him $100. I called Gut Junk first, and Gut Junk doesn't give you a set price, you know, that Gut Junk thing, and the very bare minimum would have been almost $170, and that's the bare minimum. There's all kinds of variables. There's 16 price points, and no. This guy did it for a set $100, and worth it. All of it's gone. And now you can mow the lawn without all that stuff being in the way on the lawn. Some of it was on the lawn, and some of it was on the deck, you know. Of course now, because I'm paranoid, I still want to block off the bottom deck part. Even my mom said, oh, because some places it wasn't blocked, and I had it blocked with the chairs or whatever, but my mom's like, oh, Mom's not going to slip through there, is he? I wouldn't think so, Mom. He'd have to intentionally try to do it, but it makes me a little nervous. I don't blame him for making my mom nervous as well, you know. Oh, why does that light doing that? I wouldn't even touch it. No. I don't know. Not like I paid a fortune for those lights on them. Where'd I get them? Did I get them from Overstock? I think so. Could go to Overstock. Mom complains to me that her CDs are skipping, and then when I see her and I see she's traveling with the CDs and not putting them in cases, I'm like, Mom, you have your CDs like that, that's why they're going to get scratched and skip and whatnot, you know. Ordered off of Amazon this boom box that does something that somebody wrote. When I called Best Buy, they said that it's impossible. They don't make them. No, this is. It allows you to directly tape from a CD onto a, not only has flash drive capabilities, okay, it allows you to tape from a CD to a flash drive. And that's pretty damn cool. When I heard my neighbor playing music one time when he was moving in and fixing up his place and whatnot, and I asked him, because he was playing music I liked with AC/DC and whatnot. I forget what I asked him, but it came down to where he was saying he was playing, or maybe I said, what album is that, whatever. He's like, oh, I'm playing this off of a flash drive. I'm like, how are you doing that? And that's when I learned something new every day, that they make them now, boom boxes with flash drive capabilities. So you can play music on the boom box right from a friggin' USB flash drive, which is pretty damn cool. You can plug your MP3 player into it. He told me about that. I was fascinated. Like, wow, they make that, huh? No. Those would cost like $50. This thing was on sale on Amazon. It's more expensive. It was like $80. But again, think of it. My mom's CDs are getting ruined. Okay? CDs are very expensive. They're like $20 each. She wants Book of Love from Air Supply. She wants YMCA. And even on the cheapest you can find them are almost, one's $20, one's a little less. Okay? But if her CDs aren't, maybe they skip, but maybe only one song skips and we can salvage the rest. Alright? Put the damn songs onto the flash drive. And it's way better than CDs, because CDs don't last, period. They don't. They're probably going to become obsolete at some point, because they skip and they get scratched so easily. You know what I mean? It's like, I find it very interesting, and I'm being totally sarcastic, because a couple of the people were on Inside Edition. Amazon's latest thing is if you've, in their eyes, returned too many items in too short amount of time or whatever. And again, it could just be coincidence that the items are, like one guy was saying, I had to keep returning the same thing because it was missing parts or whatever, but Amazon flags you and they ban you. You can't have an Amazon account anymore. Unreal, huh? Talk about, you're going to punish people for returning stuff, and the people that run Inside Edition didn't seem like they were excessively returning to the point where they deserve to be banned, have their account closed by Amazon. That, I don't think that's very nice. I don't think that's cool, because people who are banned, it could just be an unfortunate coincidence that the things they happen to be buying just have to be returned. But to punish people for returning stuff, I mean, I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's cool, but I've never returned anything, so. I haven't bought many things from Amazon. My mom was in the hospital. I bought her that stupid clock that was recommended as the best clock for seniors, and then it turned out to be a piece of crap that was too small, but it only cost $10, and I never bothered to return it because it wasn't my top priority when I'm all upset about what's happening with my mother. Fuck the damn clock. 76 degrees in here, but I don't like air conditioning, I told you. It's not me trying to save money or anything. I don't like air conditioning. If I'm really, really hot, I'll put air conditioning on. I don't like air conditioning. I'd rather be a little hot than have air conditioning. Just don't like it. I'm glad I don't like it because it does save me money. Not turning on the air conditioning unless I'm absolutely just boiling hot, you know. Of course, I'm going to be home or alone all day in the bathroom last time, and it was going to be a hot day. I turned the air conditioning on for him. I don't particularly care for air conditioning. It's a little hot, it's alright. Alright, I'm going to bed. One of these days you'll get to see the video I created yesterday. It does get a little interesting at the end. A little experiment I was trying out. I'm sleeping with cotton balls in my ears. No, it's not even remotely. It's not even remotely as good as you know, earplugs, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. It's just to take the edge off a little bit, so I don't hear Omar, you know, every little rustle that he makes, or when my mom's here and she gets up ahead of me, you know. It works. Takes a little edge off of the noise. My mom wants to watch TV. It means she can have it up louder without me hearing it if I have little cotton balls in my ears, right? I test it. Make sure you know, I know if I'm standing there with the cotton balls in my ears and I can hear it, then she can certainly hear it. But I'll go into the room and I'll test it and I'll make sure that, you know, and then I'll go out and I'll just keep doing that until I've turned it up. And so, you know, I've turned up as loud as it can be with that, so I can't hear it in here with the cotton balls in my ears. Or I can maybe vaguely, like, I can't really make anything out, but, you know, I know, I can sense kind of sound of it as long as I can make out words or anything. It's okay. Yeah, my mom and I watched that marathon. Watched episode after episode after episode, but they didn't go in order. They skip over it, I don't really know. That's what my mom and I were both wondering if they were going to cancel it in syndication as well. And apparently 2 that show it in syndication have already canceled and are they pulled it from their reruns. Well, we watched it on TV Land. Oh, my Roseanne Marathon. Probably will end in syndication too, but that's not going to stop me. All I have to do is get them from the fucking library. Which I will do, sans guilt. Oh. Like I said, probably wouldn't watch anything if I based what I watched on the true feelings and true beliefs and true whatever of the actors portraying the characters. I'm telling you. No doubt in my mind. Even my music I liked. It could be, you know, gotta separate the artist from the art. That's not saying that I don't believe Roseanne should have lost her show and been punished. I do. I think that's fitting, you know. Celebrities have to learn they're not immune to suffering repercussions for bad behavior. But I want to see the old Roseanne. So does my mother, for that matter. So we can't watch them on syndication probably any longer. We'll just rent them. We'll get them. We'll take them off and we'll borrow them from the library. I just don't know what compelled her to say something like that. Oh, Obama's former aide, what's the point? Why would she write something like that? You're never going to know. She's never going to tell the truth. She's going to cast blame everywhere but upon herself, which is making people sicker. Unfucking believable. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know. But it shows her true character even more, that she's pissed off that I read her tweets that was featured on Inside Edition, whatever, well, they're saying she's pissed off that her fellow co-workers are condemning her rather than coming to her defense over her racist tweet. I mean, what is going on with her? Seriously, what is going on with her? Nobody's gonna know what's going on. Alright, going to bed. Good night. Going to bed fairly damn early. Still not as early as I would like to, and I still need to ask Joe if he's been taking that night rebuilder from the... It was colon something and night rebuilder he was taking every night from. He was really, when he first started taking it, he told me about it immediately and was praising it to high heavens. I wonder if he's continued. And I think the maker, the site is the M. I don't remember. It's been a while now since Joe told me about that stuff. I keep forgetting to ask him if he's continued to take it all this time, and is he still like praising it to high heavens? Does he still has it you know, upheld the test of time? Does he still feel the same way about this products that he did when he first told me about them several months ago, when he first started taking them? I told you this site, like, it's on the tip of my tongue, but the guy is like, this stuff's really bitter, and he's like, you can't return it just because because it's too bitter for you, and, you know, and just as he also recommends that you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. But it promotes the deep, deep sleep that, you know, as we get older, we get less and less of that deep sleep, and that's the restorative sleep. That's when your body repairs itself, and, you know, and fights aging, and fights whatever. Remember, Joe's just about 10 years older than me. So if I'm going to be 50, how old is he going to be? I keep planning on getting that, and I'm buying it, and I forget. I can't remember the name of the guy. I remember the name of the product, though. It's called Night Rebuilder. And it's something colon corrector or something, I don't know. Don't quote me on that, because that could be something else. I want to know if Joe continued all these months taking that product every night. If he still feels the same way about the product. He still sing its praises, you know. There's no saying with Joe. He takes stuff and tries stuff, and then he stops for whatever reason. Feet fetish fans, Alicia's feet in all their massive size 11, 12, depending on the sneaker, shoe, whatever. Glory. People ask how big my foot is. It just depends. My sneakers are a 12, but 12 is really too big for me. But the sneakers that I like, my New Balance, that particular type, don't come in 11 and a half, and it's better to have the sneaker. They say, you know, you're supposed to wear sneakers bigger anyway. It's better to have a little big than small, too small, you know. So I just have to double up on the socks. That's why I give myself leeway, and when people ask what size, 11, 12. Anywhere from an 11 or a 12 is my shoe size. My foot measures, when the shoe person measured it, it measured, I believe, an 11 on the right, and maybe 11 and a quarter on the left, something like that, a tiny bit bigger on the left, or something like that, close enough. Or maybe it was, right was 10 and 3/4, the other one, the left was 11. I know my 11 says my left foot's a little bit bigger than my right foot. So I cover all the bases, and I just say I'm an 11, 12, depending on the shoe. Just like my size clothes. Well, I'm a lot heavier now, but, you know, back when I was a lot thinner, 30 pounds thinner, whatever, I could wear anything from a 10 to a 14. 10, 12, 14, you know. Just depends on the maker of the clothing. Different things run differently. There's clothes that run smaller, bigger, everything in between. Everything in between. I don't get hung up on size. My mom would. That's why when we go to the store, I'm like, Mom, just take in, you know you're this size, but just in case, take in one size smaller, one size bigger. That's what I do. Can't get hung up on sizes, clothing, shoes, whatever. It really just depends on the manufacturer of the product, how it's going to fit you.